Hello, this is Vance, and this is Monday, January 7th, 2012, and this is my CL trades for today. A few trades, especially came off the overnight, so let me just talk about them briefly. Price made a high of 93.25 in the overnight, and right at the open, spiked down to 92.42. And that was right at 9 o'clock, just after 9 o'clock here. And so when price bounced out of here, I thought this was a long right here. This is a second entry long, pretty easy that you can see it. Price makes a new high here, right in this bar right here. First entry, second entry. You could even collect it from here. First entry, second entry. Anyway, there was a number of ways that you could have looked at it. And after this double bottom here, and what I saw is support right across this line, I thought this was, maybe even testing this opening price or the overnight price. When price got to this level, failure twice, and this is another long right here. Might have been a little, I marked it in green, might have been a little hard to see, but by that time I drew this trend line off these two swings here. Right for, I thought it might be wanted to be a range day at first, but when this closed here, this bar closed here, I swung this into here like this, and right off these bottoms. And so I'll use this as basically as a trend channel right off of here. So there was a long right here if you're using this as a basic trend channel. And then when price made this high, it pulled back twice. I think it was Rick talked about this as a second entry or a measured move. This is the first, two legs back. And right to here, you can see that was a really nice measured move, and good call. I mean, there's a bit of overlap here, however, and it took a while to work out. I don't know why we had some resistance. I guess it was resistance from the opening price, I suppose, more than anything else. Like if you look at the opening price right here, the price had a little bit of resistance, but when it worked through, if you kept your stop below here, below 92.89, it worked out fine, and that's really the key. Try to keep your stop below areas of where you see conglomeration or you have like these long tails, even below this tail here, 92.88. It should be all right. Now, at the top of this channel here, you can see there's resistance coming through here. Price makes an attempt to go up the first time, it fails. The second time, and failed. Took a while to work out. I marked it as a green trade because, we really haven't had a real break of this trend channel yet. But because we're at the top of the overnight, near the overnight high, and because we had these two failures, that was short. But it took a while to work out. As long as you keep your stop above here, you're okay. You would have gotten your 15 ticks. It did come back and test it again. But again, as long as you kept your stop above here, if you could have, that runner would have survived down to this level. But this is a lot of stuff to kind of hang on through. I mean, I don't know if I would have hung on through all this choppiness here for the real long term. It did work out, and you got a few more ticks out of it had you let this. But this is really tough to do. It's probably best to kind of close out the trade as long as you're positive, and then wait for another entry. Did one really present itself? Not really. I mean, it's pretty tight range in here. But again, if you were going on the basis, see, this was really the trade. If you held on and kept your stop above here, you'd have been fine. You could have worked all its way down. But that's from this time here, from this entry, 10:46 to 12:36, 2 hours. You really can hold on through this long for how many ticks? If you get your first 15 off, your first 15 off would come off here. And, you keep a runner. Would you add on at some point in time? Well, this was a reasonably good trade here, this short. Again, we bounced off this line. The only thing that you've had a concern is the fact that it rocketed up here, an immediate rejection. So where do you take it? You take the short right here. This is a second entry short. This is price makes a new low. First entry, second entry right here. Okay, price makes up, comes back. Hope you can see that. Second entry short off this. So again, that's another the trade that worked. This is a second entry long. It's the double bottom, off of support from here. It was a good trade. I took this trade. So those are the trades. A little bit overlap, maybe a little bit hard to see, but you can see there was some movement. It was a little bit slower than I expected, particularly maybe it was because of the overnight or because of this is the first day back after the holiday. So that's it for now. Hope you had a good day. If not, there's always tomorrow. Bye for now.